For nearly 100 years, Promizza has been a dominant force in the soft drinks market in all segments. But in the last year, the company has seen a dramatic fall in market share in the youth segment. A number of new competitors now sell energy and lifestyle drinks. And, as well as new and exciting products, these companies have found new and exciting ways to market them. Aquacola, Promizza's main competitor, has updated both its products and its promotional methods. And now it's connecting with the lifestyle of the targeted consumer much more effectively than Promizza. Promizza could soon have real problems. Today, it's the youth segment they've lost. Tomorrow, perhaps the whole market. My name's Trevor Carswell, and I'm a strategic management consultant. I've been brought in to advise by Michelle Bowles, Promizza's CEO. And time is running out, because the next set of half-yearly figures, which are due out very soon, are going to really worry the shareholders. This afternoon, I'm going to observe the executive management team as they hold an emergency meeting. The only agenda item is this one. In other words, they're talking about survival.
Trevor! How are you?
Fine, thanks. You?
Oh, excellent. Well, apart from the little problem of the survival of our company.
Well, that's why I'm here, to help you sort it out.
Is there anything you want to ask me before we go into the meeting?
I don't think so. Your report was ruthlessly clear. What I want to know now is how your team is going to respond to all this.
Well, I think they're waiting for us, so let's go and meet them.
Yeah.
Always the same biscuits. Can't they think of something different for a change?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like you to meet Trevor Carswell from the Carswell Consulting Group. Trevor, this is Philip Williams, our CFO.
How do you do?
Hello.
Paula Goodman, our Production Director.
Hi, lovely to meet you.
And nice to meet you.
Roger Drew, Head of Research and Development.
Good afternoon. Hello there.
And Maggie Hemmer, Marketing Director.
Hello?
Hello. It's very good to meet you all.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
Oh, thanks. Are these some of your earlier products?
Yes, this one was our very first product.
Oh, that would be 1820.
We're here today to discuss a major problem. As you know, we've seen a steady decline in our share of the youth market in the last year. In the past 3 months alone, we're down by over 8%. That's had an impact on our bottom line. We have to face facts. We know that our competitors have grown much stronger. They will grow stronger still, and we have to fight back, which is why I'm calling this project Operation Fight Back. As you can appreciate, customer satisfaction in the youth segment potentially gives us brand loyalty for many years ahead. But if our share in that segment declines, the reverse is true. We'll be losing consumers as they get older, so the long-term health of our brand is threatened. We're losing market share, profit, and brand value. We're publishing our half-yearly figures in 6 weeks, and quite bluntly, the shareholders will be very unhappy if we don't have a very good plan to put this right. This is a critical situation. We need a radical solution, and fast. By the end of this meeting, I'd like an agreement as to what actions we're going to take and who's going to take them. But first, I need your ideas.
Well, we're going to have to make cuts in all areas, I'm afraid. And I know it's going to be painful, but we'll have to cut staff levels if we want to improve productivity.
Can I stop you there, Philip? Production is really Paula's department, so let's hear what Paula has to say.
I really wouldn't want to take any action that could lead to job cuts. I mean, whatever we decide to do, we must make sure that we maintain the goodwill of the star.
Okay, thank you, Paula.
Perhaps Paula and I can get together to talk about this.
Excellent idea. Thank you, Philip. Let's move on to products. What kind of products should we be selling? Roger, what's your view on this?
Well, I believe the products we have are very good in terms of quality and consistency. We spent years perfecting and developing the whole...
But that's the problem, though, isn't it? They're old-fashioned. That's why we can't sell them.
In my opinion, it's not the product, it's the marketing that's the problem.
And what do you know about marketing?
I know what happened to your last ad campaign. It cost a fortune and failed totally.
Oh, look, it really doesn't help to start blaming each other.
Paula's right. We have to work together if we're going to sort out our problems. Maggie, I'm sure you've got some ideas. Would you like to share them with us?
Okay. I think if we want to attract the youth market, we need to connect more to their lifestyle. We should be selling energy drinks. Young people are active, and they need energy drinks to be part of that lifestyle.
Okay, everybody, let's sum up. First, we need to find major cost savings so that we can reduce the price of our products, fund new promotion activities, and step up R&D. Philip and Paula, you're going to work together on that?
Sure.
Second, we need a new product idea to help us get ahead of the competition. Roger, that's down to you. And third, we need to think how we can get our brand value back up. You're going to consider that, Maggie, and come up with some proposals.
Okay.
We'll meet again in a fortnight. Thank you all for your contributions today.
Thank you.
Maggie, tell me this. In your heart of hearts, do you believe there has been some failure in the marketing department? Your marketing department?
I suppose so. But it can't all be down to us. Okay, so we may have got the market analysis wrong to some extent, but I've been asking for new product ideas for quite a while. There's never anything different or exciting.
But is it the products themselves, or the image they project?
Both, really.
No one else really understands the problems we have.
Do you mean the process, the timescales, your budget? What would you say was the single biggest problem?
Time. We need time. We can get any product right, perhaps even perfect, but only if we get enough time.
Reduce the price of products and fund promotion and step up R&D. With profits falling, how are we going to fund all that? We've already cut spending as low as we can.
And now you have to find even more savings.
Somehow.
It will be hard, but it's not impossible.
I hate the thought of making people redundant to cut costs.
But is it the only course of action?
Well, it's the most obvious one.
But it's not the only solution.
I suppose not.
Maybe start by looking at all the possibilities. You could make small savings in a number of different ways. They all add up. It might take longer.
But it would be far less painful.
Exactly.
Okay, everybody, thank you very much for getting here so promptly. Right, let's make a start. As you all know, Michelle has asked me to chair this week's meeting. I emailed round the agenda this morning. Did everyone get it?
I did, but I think I left my copy in my office.
No problem, Philip. I do have a spare here.
Thank you.
Okay, so Maggie's going to be reporting to us today on the new market research results, and Roger is reporting on 3 new product ideas. Okay, Maggie. Thank you.
Thank you. You may be surprised to hear a marketer say this, but our strong and precious brand is damaging us. Yes, damaging us. Of course, our brand is still hugely valued in many parts of the market, but in the youth market, and that's what we're talking about, it's not a positive factor. Let me show you what I mean. We've had intensive research done across the whole 13 to 29 age group, divided into these 4 segments. Now, here are some worrying results. In each of these 4 groups, Permitza is perceived as being old-fashioned, with the word uncool, specifically that word, being used by more than 60% of the respondents. Yes, 60%. Here's just one example of what they feel. It's what a 21-year-old man from Manchester said. Permitza stuff? That's what my parents drink. I wouldn't be seen dead drinking it. And anyway, I couldn't afford it. Which brings me to my next point. 70%, that's 2 out of every 3 people in this market, say that we're too expensive. And 63% agree that our products are dull. So, obviously, we have to address these 3 key points. Firstly, our image in this age group. Secondly, our pricing structure. And thirdly, the product itself. Its taste, its smell, and its look. We have to get all these things right if we want to re-establish ourselves in this market.
Well, we've screened a number of new recipes, but I'm just going to focus on the 3 that received the highest scores from our tasters. These, in our opinion, are the 3 best candidates for our Operation Fightback product launch. I called them Rise, Shine, and Sparkle. But those are just working names. I know they're not cool, but no doubt the marketing department will have some better ideas. But before I say anything else, I'd like you to sample them. So, if you could each take a glass, please. Well,
Thank you.
I like the color.
It's different. It's actually very refreshing.
It's got quite a nice fruity flavour, but that's a little bit too sweet in my opinion.
But I think our target market will like that.
would you like to try that one, Trevor?
Okay, thanks. Certainly distinctive. I think I'd agree with Philip that it's rather sweet. I wonder if a very sweet drink is what you're looking for. Didn't you agree that you would aim for something healthy?
Yes, we did, or at least not unhealthy.
Does it matter if it's what the market wants?
Is it what the market wants? People are much more concerned about health than they used to be, even young people.
I think we should wait and see the results of the market analysis.
Well, I'll be reporting on the initial screening trials in a moment. But first, let's see what you think of the others. Well, we ran sampling trials amongst 200 people, aged between 13 and 29. Each person was given a 30 centilitre glass of each drink and asked to rate the taste on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 means it tastes disgusting and 10 means it tastes delicious. So let's have a look at the results. First, Rise. This chart shows the average score given by each age group. At the bottom, the youngest age group, the 13 to 16-year-olds, then the 17 to 20, 21 to 24, and the eldest group are at the top. As you can see, Rise is the most popular in terms of flavour with the youngest age group, the 13 to 16-year-olds. However, the main part of our target market, the 17 to 24-year-olds, only gave it a rating of 6.5 on average. Now, let's look at Shine. This one received quite a good overall response. No one disliked it, but no one gave it a very high score either. It was most popular amongst the over 25s. In fact, out of 52 tasters in this age group, 41 said that Shine was the one they liked the best. Now, moving on to Sparkle.
Aha!
Yes, you can see immediately that all three younger age groups have a clear preference for this recipe. In fact, over 130 out of 148 tasters between 13 and 24 rated Sparkle at 8 or above. This means that nearly 90% really liked it. These figures indicate that Sparkle is the clear winner in our target market for flavour. But we also asked our tasters to rate each recipe for its stimulating effect. So, let's have a look at these results. All three of these products have a stimulating effect. So any one of them will wake you up and give you the energy for whatever you want to do. But the one with the most outstanding benefits is Sparkle, because it contains an exciting new ingredient. Tagnuka is an extract of the Tagnuka palm, a rainforest plant found in Borneo, and it offers some outstanding benefits. Firstly, it's a stimulant, used successfully in some herbal remedies, and taking it will get a sleepy person up and dancing in around 15 minutes. Secondly, it increases the flow of oxygen to the brain and so promotes mental performance. Research has shown that both memory and concentration are improved after taking Tagnuka. So it should prove popular amongst students, especially at exam time.
Hey, well, it'll keep me awake when I'm doing the year-end figures.
That might be just a bit too much of a challenge, Philip.
May I?
Oh, Trevor, come in. How did the meeting go today?
Very well. Maggie was really clear about what's needed in terms of marketing, and she's going to get on with developing a new image. And Roger's generated some great new product ideas, which is a terrific achievement given the timescale. With the discovery of Tagnuka, the new drink has great potential.
Well, how can we be sure that we'll get the new product line right this time?
It's essential that marketing and R&D work closely together on this, so that the company develops new products which project the right image for the market.
Well, that's easier said than done. Maggie and Roger have never seen eye to eye.
They're making an effort now, I think. Let's see how things develop.